If ever there's a life that understands and encapsulates the term private, then that has got to be mine. I love, love, love living a quiet life, a private life. I guess it's partly a defense mechanism of sorts. But I am not going to explore that today. Today, however, I somewhat, and I haven't genuinely understood it, but I somewhat feel the need to go against that grain. Kidogo tu. Kidogo tu. And although it scares me to bits sharing this, I acknowledge and realize that it's my way of facing my demons, releasing them, and healing from my seemingly closed wounds. The aim here, of course, being that wherever it is that forgiveness comes from and goes, that mine might go and locate those who have gone ahead of us and deliver this message to whom it's addressed. Because this girl needs to heal. For real. I know that I sound crazy. But you see, for me, forgiveness is deeply spiritual. I have been in spaces where, because I forgave someone or something, I released a huge burden that was just sitting there, that was turning me into a monster, just got lifted, and I didn't understand why, just by the mere fact that I forgive. I cannot touch forgiveness, but I can feel it. So for me, it's deeply spiritual, and spiritual things transcend time and form. So you know what, I'm not going to dwell on the nitty-gritties of how this is going to be orchestrated, but it will. As a matter of fact, I remember a story in the Bible where I think it was King Saul who was troubled about a certain matter, and because he was used to seeking counsel from, what's his name, Prophet Samuel, and Prophet Samuel was long dead by then, he went and summoned him back to life, just so he could share his troubles, seek advice on what he thought God said over a certain matter. So again, I am not going to dwell on the nitty-gritties. Whatever needs to be done in the spiritual realm, Father, please deliver my message. Anyway, so today was a strange day. Super strange. But interesting at the same time. I kept on getting distracted, and particularly distracted by memories that intruded my mind. And they weren't just any kinds of memories, they were a lot of made up memories. Crazy. Well, I say made up because, to be honest, I missed people that I had never been in a relationship with. You know? 2 people. I missed my biological father, whom I never got the honor to meet. And my adopted dad, who left when I was 4. They separated with my mom when I was 4. I don't have memory of either one of them, so that's that. And unfortunately, they both rested in 1997 and 1998, respectively. 1 month apart. Is it 1 month or 2 months apart? I think it was 1 month apart, December and January, if I'm not wrong. And to be honest, that baffles me to date. 2 individuals, important roles, died almost the same time. But a 12-year-old girl, meeting them in the same space, same scenario. Actually, the only memory, I've said that, and it's reminded me that the only memory I have of both of them is meeting them both in their coffins. Unusual meetings, huh? Strange meetings. To be honest, I don't even know why the 12-year-old girl then saw it that way, but I did. It was a meeting. Unusual and strange, just like I've said, but a meeting nonetheless. And I don't know why, but particularly to my biological dad, I articulated these words. And I said, as I stood I stood right next to his coffin. It was in Shags. And I said, this is how you wanted us to meet. Sawa tu. Sawa tu. But as I stood there, and what I'm about to tell you next might be scary for some of you out there, but this is how I'm so convicted. I know that the spiritual realm is real outside of the physical body that we have, there's a physical body that we also embody and have and work in and operate in. Because, as I said those words, standing right next to his coffin, it was just the two of us. You know, the way corpse lie down in the coffin, and just as I stood there watching his motionless body, tears streamed down his face like that. I remember being shocked, but I wasn't shaken. I felt it was unusual, but I communicated, and something happened. And in the Luo community, they normally say that the ear of whoever is dead is normally the last to die. So they still hear. Their spirit still hears. And I felt heard. And he responded. And that particular incident where I witnessed a corpse crying has happened to me twice in my life. The first time when with me and my biological father, the second time with me and my boyfriend, my very first boyfriend. And I've never seen it after that, ever. So that's how I know the spiritual realm is real. And my convictions are very deep about the existence of God anyway. I'm saying all this to say that today I missed people I only had made up memories about. And I missed them terribly. I wished that I had another opportunity to just get to know them, meet them, see them for who they were, break down everything, every perceived notion I had of them being who they were, my father's expectations, bring them all down and just see them as human beings. And today I would have articulated forgiveness towards them. I have never celebrated Father's Day for obvious reasons, as you can imagine, but today, off Father's Day, I choose to forgive and celebrate my biological dad and my adopted dad. I'm not going to say their names for privacy reasons. But it's been a long time coming. And today, may you rest celebrated. Amen. And to my Father in heaven, whom is literally the only Father I have literally ever known, thank you for getting my heart to this place. It's a good place to be. Where a girl is healing of daddy issues publicly. That I pray for every single other person who has people they feel they were let down by. Release them. And if you have a second chance, open your eyes and see the blessing that's right in front of you.